Hey guys, Michael here with Kingdom Cuts. Sellers and I are on an off day today. We're going to go ahead and get our trimmer racks and our blower rack installed. I researched this for a few weeks to kind of get the best one out there, I thought. We decided to go with the Equipment Defender. Really high quality stuff, really theft deterrent. I got the 3-tier rack. I'll kind of go ahead and show you really a how-to on this. And we'll go through kind of what it is first, then we'll go through each step and kind of show you what each step involves. So first, the main part of the unit is going to be the head assembly here. This is kind of a neat system. You actually come here, this will actually turn back and forth to unlock it and to lock it. We got the extra $20, $30, I believe it was, to get the combination lock. This is pretty cool as well. Come in here and set your own combination as well. Turn that back and forth, of course, and you'll have the brackets right here will actually go on the actual weed eater, and they'll slide here and they'll pop in place. They'll lock here as well. And these are the brace assemblies, of course, to put on your utility trailer. This is not, this of course is the regular utility trailer. These come a little bit long, I believe, in reading this, because they're not sure, of course, what size your trailer walls are. We'll actually trim these down here to fit our trailer. And our trailer is a little more unique. It has the big square tubing and not the round tubing of the flat iron. So ours is a lot thicker. So we'll first get going with this right here, get this installed. We also got a backpack blower rack as well. So come with us today, we'll show you how to install the Equipment Defender 3-tier trailer rack. All right guys, the very first step you're gonna do, it comes with, of course, the 2 mounting support poles here that mounts to your trailer. And the key here is gonna be these things, again, I said before, come a little bit longer. You have to cut at least a minimum of 6 inches higher, because the actual rack here, as you'll see, goes down 6 inches. You'll tighten these set screws here. So of course that'd be way too high to mount your trimmer rack. So we came up and we just measured up here 7 inches. So I'll cut this part off right here. Now again, the offset here is 36 inches from center to center. And that's really important. It's not from end to end or inside to inside. It's actually center of the post to center of the post, 36 inches. So you'll do that first. You'll come in here, mark the holes. You'll see right here, we'll mark the holes. We'll drill those out, put support brackets right here, make sure they're all level here in a second. And we'll never tighten those really too tight. You, of course, hand tighten those to move those around a little bit. But the very first step is going to be, of course, getting your supporting holes in the right place. Alright guys, again, told you the last step was to get the post the actual height that you want them. We cut ours off at 7 inches, went ahead and painted the top of that once we cut it off, keep it from rusting. And of course we already pre-drilled the holes here. These are 3/8 holes going in your trailer. Again, these are 36 inches apart. We'll now take the 3/8 carriage bolt, drop it down in, come from the underside, put a washer and a lock nut on there. Just hand tighten these for now. Make sure they're good and level, the right distance. Then of course the next step is going to be adding the top piece. We'll do that in just a second. All right guys, the next step, we got these cut off to our right height. Remember, 7 inches above here. I got the 3/8 hole in the bottom of the deck board here. We drilled those through, got the carriage bolt in, the nut on the back side. They're kind of loose right now, of course, because you want to be able to mount your bracket next. So come on the inside here. You make sure this is level right here, where you're going to level on it. Went ahead and made it level. We marked our lines right here, our holes. We center punched those. We'll drill these out to, I believe it's a 5/16 hole. We'll start with the pilot bit, of course, first, then go up to a 5/16. Now, most folks kind of put their U-bracket right here and put the nut and bolt back here. I don't like to do that, being there's a lot of depth right here. I'm gonna come in on this side with the hex bolt and come on this side of it. That way you've got the nut on the back side of this, and you've got some room in here, of course, like this, so you won't scratch your legs or cut your legs and that kind of stuff as well. So we'll kind of mount ours, like this right here, and we'll come in from this side right here with the bolt. and have on the backside as flush as possible. So we'll do that next. Alright guys, back with you again. We've got all the posts now mounted. We went in from the back side, underside, tighten the carriage bolts down, tighten the brackets on here. You also notice we actually painted this to keep from rusting, of course to match the trailer, painted all that black. Now you get your actual post that the actual trimmers mount to. Of course the head goes to the very top. They simply slide on just like this. So if you'll slide that one on right there. Now once you get this on, again we cut this at 7 inches. The minimum of 6 inches right here to clear the trailer. That puts our top weeder being right here about head high, which is absolutely perfect. So now we'll come back in, and once you get these on, these are all tightened down, the support brackets. Now come in and tighten these set screws right here. They'll give you the Allen wrench if you don't have one to do that as well. You'll tighten these set screws here. Once we get that done, we'll begin to assembling the head display back here and the actual post for the trimmers. Alright guys, so the next part is the more tedious part. We're going to actually be installing the head support system. And the easiest way to do this I found is do this all in one piece. You can actually do it on the rack itself, but it's really takes a two-man job. It's really aggravating. So take the long pole out of the rack here, lay it down where the flat side is face down. Get the head support right here. You'll see the indentions back here. Come right here. This will actually be a little loose right here. Loosen this up. Go ahead and slide this in right here. Keep it about 1 inch off for now. You can do the other side the same way. Go ahead and slide that on. Take the actual small support brackets here. Again, the flush side is really important here to be down. Again, you keep all these loose for now because you'll adjust these as you get the racks on. We just kind of finger tighten everything now. Lay those under here. You'll see the support bracket here. This just simply goes in. You can only fit one way, obviously. Just like that. You would line this up. You would tighten the screws down and do all 3 of these down the rack, and we'll do that now. Alright guys, next, so we got the brackets installed now, the actual posts, they're all loose on here now, you can kind of adjust those as needed. Next you get the actual support that supports the head of the trimmers that goes on next. I have a 3-position trimmer, kind of evenly space those out. You can only go on one way. You see where it's shaped right here? So it's going on the outside of the trailer, so this is kind of where it mounts to the post. So we'll just take this and slide it on right here. Leave it about probably, I don't know, a good 1/2 inch out right here. Now these you can go ahead and tighten down because they're gonna be on the outside of the trailer. You can adjust this part for the depth of it later on. It's gonna sit here, so go ahead and install all 3 of these if you like, and go ahead and tighten that part down. All right, guys, one of the last steps you're gonna do now is, of course, you got the post mounted up here. Again, you'll see right here, we had mounted the top one kind of tight right here and the bottom one tight. These will adjust back and forth to your racks. So the best thing is get your weed eater position, find out where it's gonna be first, then you can move these up to tighten the head of it. So to do that, you'll see in here it comes with the post here. This goes in the back of it. So here you're just gonna take this on right here, screw this on the back side, and then we'll pop it in the very first mount to get a feel where the bottom mount's gonna go. All right, guys, you see we installed the post here, measured it right here, we then tightened it down, and then you install the post here. Now the key is going to be here, remember this, if you have a combi unit, this is going to face the opposite way. So the bottom of ours is the edge or combi unit, so we'll turn this around because you'll see why here. To mount the actual weed eater, you're going to come up here, you're going to slide it in the hole right here, come right here, lift this up, and it locks in place. But if you had a combi unit, you can see if it was facing that way, you just go over here, unscrew the combi unit and slide it out. So you'll take this post right here, the spike on the combi unit, turn it that way so they can't pull it out here. All right, now we just explained the post. The last part of the first step is going to be the headrest. So we come up here and we actually pick the weed eater up, slid the head post up right here. And I got here, if I held it up in cellars, just tighten the back side, the actual weights on the weed eater right here, supporting that. Now the other two, the exact same way. Install the post, measure it out, pick the headrest up here, secure it where the weed eater's going to sit. We'll do the last two now. All right, guys, Michael here, Kingdom Cuts. We're wrapping it up. About 45 minute project for 1-2 guys. Worked out really good, top of the line stuff. Love Equipment Defender racks. Again, we got a 3-position interior here. You saw how it works. You just turn it sideways, unlocks it, just unlocks it, that slides out. Again, don't forget, always put the combi unit pin in the opposite direction. See, it's going this way, not this way, because you can always unscrew it right here and slide it out. That way you can't. Now we got ours with a combination lock, so simply this right here is got a combination lock here to get it unlocked. Just right here, turn it back and forth. But to set your combination lock, there's actually a pin under here. You match that in with a paper clip or a pin. Hold that, turn these to zeros, then put your 4-digit code that you want. You let that go, and that becomes your 4-digit code. So again, Equipment Defender racks, really good. And go out and serve God by serving others.